Yeah. Yeah. True. Always. Now, in Indian music, if you listen to somebody improvising or something, you will find, and if you can catch it, that they will play a supposed improvised riff and they will repeat it. Whether it's a sitar player or a sarod player or even a vocalist. And of course, rhythm players will do it too. And that happens all the time. It doesn't happen in jazz as much. But it happens in Indian music a lot, where the riff is repeated. And this Bhari and Khali will be like that. And you will always see one of the other advantages of having two equal halves is that you know you've reached the second half of the rhythm cycle. Because you play your 16-beat cycle, you don't want to keep track of the beats. So if you're keeping track of this, like for instance, the rhythm that we play, to set the guy, whoever's improvising up, to improvise, is called teen tal, 16 beats, right? So it has a particular set of tones assigned, so it's like a 16-bar blues, not 12, but 16. So the syllables are dha, din, din, na, dha, din, din, na, da, din, din, da, din, 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 na, tha, din, din, na, 5, din, din, na, 11, din, din, 9, din, din, na, 13, din, din, na, 1. So 1, 5, 9, 13 are the 4 fours beginning, right? So we set that up. Every instrumentalist, dancer, vocalist in India knows this. So if he looks at you on the stage, because what happens is, rarely do tabla players get told what the guy's going to do. We find out when we get on stage what rhythm cycle is going to be happening. It's like that, because supposedly improv stuff. So as soon as the guy's ready and he does an intro and then he looks at you and points 3 fingers, that means teen tal, 16 beats. Okay, 1 finger, it's ek tal, 12 beats. So that's the signal. That's when the tabla player finds out, I'm supposed to play 16. So da, din, din, na, da, din, din, na. Doesn't mind, he doesn't mind. Da, din, din, na, da, din, din, na, da, din, din, na, din, 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 na. 1, 5, 9, empty, right? Right, okay, so 1, 5, 9, 1. Now we can keep playing this, but the instrumentalist knows when I hit this, that's 10. 1, 5, 9, that's 13. 5, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1. So there are clear indications of where the beats are. Now, there are some tabla players who like to make it a little more interesting and fill up the stuff. So 5, 9, so still those notes are there which indicate which beat you're at. So that's my job, to keep that time and keep indicating where the beats are. And at the same time, for the audience, this might be a little subtle, so they tie into the bass drum. So it's like having a bass line. So right? That this way, it's not doing much, but so that's very clear. So these are indications. So we are playing along and it looks like, oh, we are just kind of playing, but we are actually laying down the grid and making sure that the instrumentalist or vocalist or whoever it is, dancer, knows where the beats are so they can improvise and catch up, like at 13 or catch up at 10 or whatever. And people are able to follow. 1, 5, 9, 13, 1. We don't have a bass guitar in Indian tradition, so this has to do the job. Right? So this has to make it happen. Give me the downbeat. 1. So you can do it here, you can do it here, but as long as you keep those little landmarks very visible. And similarly, when an instrumentalist is playing and it's my turn to take a solo, they will play the melodic line so that it's like a bass line playing and I know where the downbeat is. Yeah. And half the time they sometimes, trick the tabla player and stop playing. Ah, you're a drummer, okay, keep track of the beats yourself. But it's a lot of fun, dealing with this, because there is a musical element into the rhythmic section itself. Right? I mean, you can play notes on, like if this is C, the C for this one. So I've got those notes available here. On this instrument, even though it's and then and but even on each one of those, so you have different tones, and then each finger must have the strength of the full hand behind it. So, right? Or each finger. Like the piano. It's a muscular tradition, so I mean, playing fast is easy. We play fast, but we try to make it look like, oh, it's the most difficult thing, so we... In the meantime, it's like, yeah, they're being fooled, they are being fooled, they are being fooled. So you can play fast, easy, because, it's like playing the piano. Each finger is a sign, you interact, so it's a muscular tradition. So you can play songs, you can, you know, set it up here and you can solo and keep the form going and improvise. That's not done in tabla, but I mean, some of us, you know, kind of take the liberty and hope nobody minds.